as we look at how we're going to build a platform, and a platform is very different than a database system, we came up with some tenets that drive how we build it. And the first tenet is beyond Sundays. People live 7 days a week, and we don't want software just for making the church service efficient. We want to build some software that can be used throughout the week to help reinforce Sundays. We're not walking away from Sundays. Don't read that anything Sundays. It's beyond Sundays, which includes Sunday. The second one is active worship giving. The state of the art in the church technology industry right now is very e-commerce like, very static. I'll say very sterile. But we think we're giving, whether it's online or not, should be an active worship. And we also believe that giving, we should track more than just money. How are people giving of their time and talent as well? Because some people, that's what they have, and that's what they give of their hearts as well. So we want to go beyond just money, but we want to make the online giving an act of worship. If you look into Communitas and the whole name of the word, it is about building that very sense of community where all is for one and one is for all, is the way I like. And so we want to help churches use our platform to build and move from local and global communities into a sense of communitas. And then something I believe very frankly is not everyone learns alike. Not everyone is on the same journey. And so we want to create, instead of a one-size-fits-all discipleship, more of a personalized discipleship based upon your background, based upon your personality type, based upon your role within your families or your roles within your family. And we can do this through what we call dynamic journey-based curriculum. So instead of a fixed curriculum, what's going to happen in your life, Walter, in a month? You don't know, right? So it has to be dynamic. It has to be what's going on in your life. And we can gather that from zero-party data that you're telling your church, some directly, some through prayer requests, some through maybe your friends praying for you, is, hey, what's going on in Walter's life? How can we providing some content and maybe even some groups to discuss that so that it's more dynamic based upon his journey, not a prefixed program that the church may have. And then we hear a lot about marketplace outreach, neighborhood outreach, and how do we get people to live their Christian lives and bring their friends in, whether they're other Christians or non-Christians. So tenet number 5 is equipping the saints for marketplace and neighborhood outreach. And then the last one is to measure and proclaim, because the church does a whole lot of good that nobody is talking about, nobody knows about, but measure and proclaim outcomes, not just outputs. And if you think about what we measure many times in the church, especially on Sundays, it's outputs, it's attendance, it's giving, it's not outcomes. The church is going to step up and be that beacon on the hill. We need to start measuring and then communicating the outcomes, the marriages that are getting better, the family dynamics that are getting better, so that we can move on and really be that light on the hill, not just something that people do on Sundays.